hurts to realize that you would do everything for people who would never do the same for you. And I found that out in the worst way possible.
Because of my best friend. Her name was Emma. Back then, she was one of the most important people in my life. I was always there for her, always listening to her problems, always replying to her messages, even when I was emotionally exhausted. And honestly, I did it because I genuinely cared. Because when I love someone, whether it's friendship or a relationship, I show it. I care. I remember the little details. I make the person feel important. And for a long time, I thought Emma was the same with me, until her birthday came around. I remember spending days thinking about what to do. I wanted her to feel special. So I bought her a gift she had mentioned months earlier that she wanted. I wrote her a long message. I organized a small surprise. I spent hours choosing details that maybe no one besides me would even notice. Because I've always been that kind of person, the kind of person who gives themselves completely. And that day, when I saw Emma smiling, I felt genuine happiness. It was like seeing her happy made me happy too. And maybe that was the moment I realized how much love I poured into the people I chose to keep in my life. But a few months later, my birthday arrived, and I wasn't expecting anything huge. I didn't want to party. I didn't want an expensive gift. I just wanted to feel like someone remembered me with the same affection I always gave. That's all. That morning, I woke up trying not to expect too much. But deep down, I did. Because it's impossible not to expect at least a little reciprocity from the people you love. And at the beginning of the day, I still thought, maybe Emma is planning something. But the hours kept passing, and nothing happened. I saw notifications appearing on my phone, but they weren't from the people I hoped for. And the more time passed, the more I started feeling that strange emptiness growing inside me. Until nighttime came, and Emma still hadn't sent a message. No call, nothing. And the worst part was seeing her online, posting normally, living her life as if that day meant absolutely nothing. I remember the exact moment I realized it. I was sitting on my bed staring at my phone in silence, trying to pretend to myself that I didn't care. But I did. A lot. Because sometimes it's not about the birthday. It's not about the message. It's about realizing who truly remembers you when they don't need anything from you. And that night I started thinking about how many times I had put my own pain aside just to be emotionally available for other people. How many times I listened to others vent while hiding my own struggles. How many times I fought to maintain relationships that only survived because I was carrying them alone. And honestly, it was one of the most painful feelings of my life. Because in that moment I realized something very difficult to accept. Some people love receiving love, but don't know how to give it back. And that slowly destroys you. Especially when you're someone emotionally intense. Because intense people love deeply, care deeply, build real connections. But they also get deeply disappointed. And that night I cried a lot. More than I'd like to admit. Because for the first time, I felt like maybe I was tired of always being the person who gave more. Tired of being the one who remembered. Who reached out. Who chased after people. Who made the effort. While everyone else seemed perfectly comfortable leaving me emotionally alone. And it was during that night that something changed inside me. I remember staring at the ceiling and thinking, if I emotionally disappeared from some people's lives, they probably wouldn't even notice. And that thought destroyed me. But at the same time, it woke me up. Because I finally started seeing relationships for what they really were, without romanticizing one-sided effort, without turning emotional crumbs into love, without continuing to insist on people who clearly wouldn't do the same for me. And after that day, I slowly started to change. First, I stopped chasing after people. I stopped always sending the first message. Stopped forcing conversations. Stopped begging for attention disguised as jokes. And do you know what happened? A lot of people simply disappeared. And that was terrifying, because it made me realize that many relationships in my life only existed because I was the one holding everything together. I was the one reaching out. The one remembering. The one making the effort. the one keeping the bond alive. And when I stopped, silence appeared. But honestly, that silence also brought clarity. Because for the first time, I began to understand that reciprocity shouldn't be rare. You shouldn't have to beg to be remembered. You shouldn't have to minimize your pain just to seem easy enough for people to stay. And you shouldn't live with the constant fear of being forgotten by the people who claim to love you. That's when I started learning something that completely changed my life. Real presence is natural. People who truly care always find ways to stay. People who genuinely value you show it in the little things. In concern, in consistency, in remembrance, in quiet acts of care. And maybe that's exactly why I became more selective over time. Not because I hate people, not because I became cold, but because I finally understood how painful it is to keep offering love in places where it never comes back the same way. Today, I still believe in real connections. I still believe in friendship. I still believe there are good people out there. But now I pay attention to actions, not words, because almost everyone knows how to say beautiful things. But true presence, very few people can sustain. And honestly, after that night, I was never able to love in the same innocent way again. Now I choose myself first. Now I protect my emotional peace. Now I understand that my energy is far too precious to waste trying to convince someone to value my existence. And maybe that sounds sad to some people. But do you know what's even sadder? Continuing to abandon yourself just to keep people who would never do the same for you. I lived through that. And maybe that was exactly what taught me to never again accept emotional crumbs disguised as affection. Because at the end of the day, people who truly care about you show it. And people who only enjoy your presence when it's convenient eventually disappear when you need them the most.